Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video we are looking at the formatting options in Excel. So on the screen here we have a table of products along with their prices in January, February and March, and we're just going to play around with the formatting on this data. So you'll notice that for carrots, for example, all the prices are the same, and that's been done for a reason which I'll get into in a second. But by selecting cell B2 and right clicking and going to format cells, we can then see the different options that we have to format those cells. So we've got the number one here, which we'll come back to, but we'll jump to alignment. And what this is basically allowing us to do is, for example, we can orientate the text so that it's flipped 90 degrees. We can wrap text, we can merge cells as well. So if I just cancel that for a second and select the cells that I want to merge, so cell B, C and D2, right click into any of those, go to format cells and select format and select merge cells, then it just prompts me that it's going to overwrite what's in there with the upper value. Given that they're all the same, I have now seen a merged cell with £1.10 across all of them. So I'll undo that by pressing Ctrl Z, and I'll just tap into one of those cells and go back to format cells. So that's alignment. The next option is font. So here we can literally do as it says. We can update the font style, we can update the font type, we can update the size, the color, the text can also have a strike through it, etc. We can put a border around our cells as well and choose what colors those are. We can fill in the cells with certain colors. We can also put patterns within the cells as well and change the colors of those patterns. We can protect the cells as well, but we'll go back to the number category and talk through those categories there. So the first one here we have is general, and all that does is basically not apply a specific format to any data in any particular cells. The next one's a number, and that basically allows us to update the number of decimal places in a particular number, as well as use the thousand separator. So what we can do is change that to 1, deselect the thousand separators, we don't need it, click OK, and you notice that 1.1 has changed, or that £1.10 has now become 1.1. If I click into this 2.2 here, right click that, format cells, and change that to 4 decimal places under the number category, deselect using a thousand separator, you get the idea, we've got 4 decimal places like that. Now I'm going to click into this £1.10 cell here, right click, go to format cells, and the next option down is currency, of course, you can see, which does a similar thing, allows us to update the decimal places, and we can also change the currency as well. So I'm just going to change that particular cell to US dollars, and there we have it. We'll change this £2 into something else with the next option, which is accounting, very similar to the other tab that we saw there, or the other option for currency. Basically allows us to use currency symbols, update the decimal points, but it particularly formats everything so it's all aligned. Okay, so we can try that now. We can change this to, let's make it Japanese yen. We will round that to 1 decimal place, click OK, and there we have it. You notice that the alignment's slightly different to what we had when we were working with the currency tab, or the currency option earlier. Next option down is date. As you probably guessed, that allows us to format our dates and particularly do it according to a particular location that we're in, or location that we're referring to. The next one is a similar thing but for time. Then for percentage, we can add the percentage sign and update the decimal places. Fraction literally does as it says there. It allows us to change numbers into fractions. The scientific option allows us to use the scientific display. There's a sample there on our screens, and change the decimal places. Text will treat any entries in a cell as text, and that includes numbers. The special option, depending on what version you're using, allows you to include zip codes, phone numbers, and social security numbers. And the last one here is custom, which, as you can see, includes the options that we mentioned above, like general, as well as other ones lower down as well. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video.